Do, 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 do. Hello. Hello, hello. Doing a Saturday evening jam. Ever have a really busy day that sort of takes a lot out of you, but you still feel okay before you go to sleep? I just had something like that. Isn't life crazy sometimes? Hello out there, I hope you're having a good night. Tonight I'm going to be playing some songs, old and new. Sort of old to me, but Yuki Ducky, hello, how are you tonight? I hope you're having a good day, a good night. Maybe it's really late night for you, and you would like something more chill. So maybe I can do something quieter. Scream out loud, that you've never been so alone. It's been a long time, but it feels like a second ago. Par Harmonian 2582, hello. How are you tonight? I hope you're doing well. Whatever state of mind you're in, I hope life feels like it's going in the right direction. That's all I can wish for any human being on this earth. And I'm seeing alarming signs in the world that a great healing is needed. And it has to be unexpected. It has to be unanticipated. It has to blindside us and knock us back into a rhythm that feels so good no evil could even exist. It has to be a sneak attack of goodwill. Because I want to have the coolest concerts ever created, with the coolest band ever assembled. And I want to experience a show that is unlike anything anyone has ever seen. And I want to use the opportunity wisely. And that opportunity would be to inspire people, to bring people together, to remind people that they are like guitar strings. If one of the strings is out of tune, the whole guitar sounds just off and it doesn't feel beautiful to play. But if you think of our souls like guitar strings and they're in the right frequency, together they make something better than themselves. If you take a single note, it just has almost no personality. It's night and cold outside. It's not raining anymore, and I'm still searching for a friend. So hear that one note? Think of that as yourself. Beating away, that's your frequency. If you add a second note, and it's in tune, it sounds beautiful. And then you add a third one on top, and then a fourth one, and then a fifth one, and then a sixth one. And then you go back to just being yourself, which is that one note. Feels kind of lonely, right? If every single human being was a particular guitar string, think of what we accomplish when we are in tune. We can even move this hand around every 4 measures. Or something like that. I can't read music. I just developed it by ear after a few lessons on the piano. I've always been drawn to it. I've always had an addiction to how it makes me feel while I'm playing. It's like my antidote to what feels like an encroaching poison. And that poison is the way we perceive our species. I love animals. How are you tonight? I love animals. How are you tonight? I hope you're doing alright. Yes, I also love animals. I'm doing okay. I'm sitting in my kitchen just playing away, wondering if I'll ever get to do this in front of a huge audience. And if I do, then my anxiety will go through the roof. But then I'll talk myself down and adapt to the new life I've only been dreaming of. Thank you for subscribing. My channel is not professionally run. I am in no way a slick producer or editor or anything. I'm not a good marketer. I'm not a good business person. Hell, I'm not even good at even basic math. But I promise you this, if my channel gets 1,000 subscribers, I think that could magnify things quite significantly. The problem is I'm not a good marketer. I'm not a good business person, and I've had incredible self-doubt my entire life. You have a lot of questions, and I have a lot of answers. The problem is I'm going to encode them in my songs. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Lore Anginosa, or Anginosa. My favorite animal is the octopus, and my favorite food is sushi, and that is kind of dark. I don't eat octopus sushi, but all of his friends, I kind of don't care about squid, or fish, or crabs. Lorena, hello. Thank you so much. If you have questions, I will try to answer. And I will weave in my songs and weave in some philosophy from my particular perspective. Masuda113, it's in the memory. It's just fate, because my brain lets go of things very quickly sometimes. That's why music is so captivating to me. It just represents the ultimate permission to sort of change gears whenever I want, especially if I'm playing solo. I mean, I would love to do this in front of an audience of 1,000 and just have a really good sound system and sort of a sensitive signal delivering of the guitar. I don't know how to read really, really long words. I don't think. Maybe sometimes. I do get some practice with it because I work as a medical assistant and I look at medication names all day, which generally are like 5 syllables, some of them. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I like saying really long words. Correction, I like saying really, 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 really long words. I am from the United States, in a state called Vermont. It's in the northeast, almost like the opposite appendage of Florida. Ginger the Jester, how are you? Thank you for being here for however long you can stay. You're in Germany, very cool. And Canada, awesome. I love animals. The only thing I request of you is that you have just awesome dreams tonight. No, I didn't actually play last night, and I always feel bad. Tiffany Carver! Hi, this is Tiffany and Jennifer from Florida. Hello from Florida! That's interesting, I just mentioned Florida. But you are originally from Afghanistan. Very cool. I was just thinking today, I tend to have long periods of just thinking crazy stuff. How did you become first? Well, real quick, my thought was that I was raised by a man who fought in the Vietnam War, and he witnessed some of the worst things any human can witness. So I think there's a part of me, a part of my soul, that wants to do the opposite of spread death and destruction. Horse cycle animation for my music video? What? I think I'm supposed to be trying to help people hear. I don't necessarily know how to play different styles of music. Yeah. Well, it's funny that you mentioned, yeah. You're Muslim, very cool. This one is called, I love playing I Will Wait. Is 8 likes good? Help the algorithm pick up my signal and spread it to more people. That's my whole goal with this. My whole goal is to help people lift out of their bodies for a little while. And then if we can all play like we are guitar strings, like I previously mentioned, think of what we can accomplish if we're all vibrating together. I mean, the sooner we do it, the better. I mean, isn't that the sign that I'm getting from a ever-darkening perception of our planet? Is that every force needs an anomaly to come out of nowhere to prove there is an antidote. Because ultimately, after the antidote is administered, then the healing can begin, and we can begin a new phase of our evolution. Manifest the best, absolutely. There is an ideal version of you. There is an ideal version of your life that you could lead. That's the best life you could lead. And the question is, are you leading it now? Or do you wish you were leading a better life? And can we do these things alone? No, we need each other to help each other live a better life. Thank you for the likes. Please spread the word. I would love to get more subscribers to get my message out there and readily admit that I am not a high production live stream. I totally get that. I don't have cool lighting. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have the best sound. I could be so much better. But I want people to understand that once I get access to the high quality studios, the high quality cameras, the high quality engineers and lighting people, then I will get to relive the seance that has regenerated me over and over again, which is playing music. When I'm reliving the seance, I'm reminding myself that music is supposed to be heard and it is supposed to breathe on its own, beyond my 2 lungs. Yes, that would be crazy, Ginger. I would love that. I love the idea of thinking of attention as soil, and like if you plant seeds, hopefully people's attention, it makes the seeds spread. And now with a touch of a button, one video can go to 100 people, which can go to 100,000 people, which can go to 10 million people, which can go to 500 million people instantly. And that is incredibly scary. but also illuminating for me and what I have to do, what I know I will do, what I know I need to do, what I know I was born to do. There is some scientific evidence that men who experience trauma and then subsequently have children after that event ends, that genetically the child can inherit some of that trauma. Possibly a small percentage, almost imperceptible. But my goal is to prove that there are other things in that DNA that is designed to want to heal itself through understanding itself, through reconnecting itself, to form a more powerful, larger organism that has that has many more chances of survival if we all work together. I do have children. I have a 9 and a 12-year-old. I do have children. Yes. I do. I don't recall if I ever answered that question before, or if I said no in fear of it being the internet. Because the internet lives forever, and sometimes I don't know how private to keep myself. Oh, I'll show them at a later time. For sure. This thing has to move slowly. Oh, my tomorrow live stream, I'm going to shoot for 6 o'clock. Well, no, I'm going to probably shoot for 4 o'clock. So it's a little earlier for people. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, US. Show them. Well, let's say my dream comes true and these videos go viral. I will want to have felt that I paced myself in case I suddenly have a lot of attention. And I imagine that you would understand my hesitation when I don't know what could happen if the dream actually comes true. Yes, the children know the internet, they understand it, and I am fearful of it changing them and the brutal landscape it represents. But yeah, I think Jesus is an antenna for a message. That every single one of us is an antenna. We all emit energy and we receive energy. Sometimes in real time in both directions, fluctuating. So when I'm making music, I feel like a one-way antenna. But I know that it's hitting so many that those antennas send something back, something ethereally beautiful and magical. Love is a good thing. So, part of my depression was that I hadn't truly done my best yet. And this song is sort of about that. And I try to keep what my songs are about pretty vague. But I also don't mind getting into incredible detail. Can I sing After Me? No, is that a song? I don't actually know that one. So this one is called, appropriately enough, What I Feel on the Inside, or what I was feeling on the inside. And it's called I Will Wait. And it goes a little something like this. I feel free, yes I feel free when I wander and and I ponder the time and place where rules don't apply to me. And now my eyes are starting to open. I will wait, and I will wait. I will wait. I can feel your light burning so bright, and let your heart be your guide. Let your soul free tonight. Now my eyes are finally open. I will wait. I will wait. And as I walk along the streets, I see your faces shining like suns on the darkest night. You remind me of the way constellations shine. I will wait. I will wait. I will wait. I will wait. Do 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 As I walk along the streets, I see your faces shining like suns on the darkest night. You remind me of the way constellations shine. I'll wait, I will wait. I will wait. I will wait. just gonna tune up here. Thank you so much. That one was called I Will Wait. And it is about me having the perception of myself that I have waited far too long because of self-doubt, laziness, and distraction. All right. Was that fun or what? Have a great night. You too. Thank you, Lorena. Have good dreams. And in the morning, whatever time, wake up thinking something wonderful. Just try it, do it once. Go to bed thinking something wonderful, get up thinking something wonderful. It's one night, you can do it. I'm just kidding. All right, thank you so much. I'm just gonna keep on rocking here. I'm not playing all that long tonight. We got my kids here. We had a great day. I'll see you again soon. I really appreciate all of your love and support. If you want to donate, you can check the description. Think of me as a busker on the street. Think of me playing on a walkway while people are shopping, on a brick walkway with a bunch of stores, vendors. I used to play out on the street for hours, and it became an addiction just like I'm doing right now. And I had a routine. I'd park in the same spot. I would play in the same spot, drive up to the music building at the university, and then play piano for an hour. So I was playing an hour and a half of guitar and an hour of piano every night. And I find myself back in that routine, but it is far less time consuming because I can do it just sitting here in my kitchen. And that is so wonderful to me that I feel like I need to do it all the time, even though I know I should be investing in better lighting and better sound and better quality in general. Yes, please, do come back. I should be here tomorrow, 4 p.m. my time. And then Monday, I'm gonna shoot for 6 o'clock. Tuesday, I'll be on the piano. It's around 6 o'clock. Wednesday, I believe I'll be playing. So I'm overdoing it because I want to prove a point. I want to prove that I'm crazy and that I am obsessed and that I'm kind of a lunatic. Have a great night, Ginger. Dream good things. Think good things, dream good things, wake up with good things. All right. I like it. Well, I'll see you soon. Take care. See, back to my metaphor about people as guitar strings. Yes, please do tell me when you release it. All right, rock and roll. Is that if I'm playing a regular E minor chord and 2 of the strings are out of pitch, listen to how bad it sounds. It rubs against itself and it hurts your ears, you know? And I think Jesus is amazing. And I love Jesus. And I love his message. And I love the message of all the prophets and all the religions. I think they all have a similar message. And that message is undeniably positive. Music is a message too. And those notes that are not in tune, if you play them in tune, think if you get this. And if this is, I can actually tell is out of tune. See, I was trying to prove my point that this E minor, when everything is in tune, sounds so much better. And then every other note falls in line too. If I could speak with all the prophets, I would ask them to do a better job of explaining our mission here on this planet. Our job is to take care of each other. Yes, our job is to find common ground. Our job, we're supposed to be happy through work and compromise and something resembling common ground. Is it even possible? Yes, I think it is, because I see it in the sound of a guitar, of a piano. Both create vibrations that somehow create new vibrations. Is music matter? Can it be created and destroyed? Maybe science has a long way to go to explain what we already know. Maybe science will prove there's no God. Maybe God will prove there's no good science that can explain him. He is beyond being described. Look at me getting philosophical tonight. Sometimes it just happens. Look at me, I want attention. I know I seek desperation. I know I must reek of desperation. If I am out on the street playing my guitar, I am dead on the inside. That's not who you are. I tell myself I am going to be okay. I will live through this night. I will see my own destiny right in front of me. Where do I begin? Where do you start? I know I see you again. I see it in your heart. I'm sorry to say the answer is always never. I'm sorry to say the answer is always never. In circles you dive through the fireflies. I am not your enemy, but who can resist? Just tell me what happened and forget about this. You're not supposed to be out here all alone. If you face the facts, we're all unknown. Oh, it was true. It was true what they said about you. Now I'm wasting all my time like never before, and show me the door. If it was only true, if it was only true, true. If it was only true. I am not your guardian, but I can't resist. Just tell me what happened and forget about this. You're not supposed to be out here all alone. If you face the facts, we're all unknown. Oh, it was true. It was true, everything they said about you. On my way downtown, you settled the score, but you're coming back for more. If it was only you, if it was only true. If it was only true. You always thought you could save them all. I could never stand that tall. If you leave, take me with you. If it was only true. A book fell on my head, and I only have myself to blame. Yes, I have blamed many shelves in my life. But really, is it the shelf that failed? Or was it me? Did I install it improperly? Or maybe the book was too heavy. But now I can't see because a book popped out my eyes. A book fell on my head. I only have myself to blame. Oh, it's such a shame. Maybe I should have made sure the shelf was better put together or more sturdy. So really, I'm avoiding blaming myself, but that's okay. That's a survival mechanism. As long as in other situations you take full responsibility for your actions. You see, it builds trust in people around you if you're honest. But keep certain things to yourself. It's okay to have a private life and private thoughts that are yours and yours alone. We are all human. We are incredibly flawed. That's okay. My heart will thaw from the ice that grew over time. A book fell on my head and I only have myself to blame. What will I avoid responsibility responsibility for next? Will I blame the rain when I get wet? Or will I blame myself for going outside? That's okay, I love animals. Being AFK is okay. I'm just happy for any time I get to spend with you. I hope I bring something pretty important into your life in the form of exploring your thoughts in peace. It's okay to feel a certain way. Yes, I'm as confused as you. I know I will find my way. I know I will find my way. I appreciate your prayers. They mean a lot to me. Energy is important to me, and thoughts are energy. That's right. They are electrical and chemical, and they are energy that you can switch whenever you want if you learn how to do it. Sometimes I get incredibly sad, and then I live stream. Sometimes I'm incredibly excited, and then I do a live stream. And I want to ask if anyone knows the difference between them. Or did I hide what was really going on pretty well? Or was I suppressing it for a reason? Or did I ignore it or forget about it? It's a mixture of all of that. Because there are times when I just don't want to play music. But at the same time, there's nothing I want to do more. I think it's hard to turn off the faucet once I've turned it on. And I want to think of my music as my livelihood. So very bad. But I'm not even close. I'm so far away from that. I just have to get close to a target as soon as I can. And the target is somebody that wants to invest in this crazy musician in Vermont who has a mission, who has the songs, who has the skills, who has the passion, has the desperation, and I'm the full package, baby. Essa. No, I do not. I do not know what Essa is. Essa is, I imagine it's something cool. I know I would love to find out what Essa is. It means emotional support, stuffed animal. Oh really, that's cool. I'm glad that can help people. Anything that helps people, I'm all for. Scream out loud that you've never been so alone. It's been a long time, but it feels like a second ago. I know you're I think it's great. There is something called an ESSA that can help anxiety attacks, stress attacks, and more. It's really amazing you can hang on to something that makes you feel more calm. Maybe it just feels so good to have something in your hands to focus on. Why do you think I play music? An instrument is for me like an ESSA. Maybe that is a ridiculous thing to say, but it's all in good faith, because I know I've never had a panic attack while I'm playing. Panic attack while I'm playing. I've had panic attacks other times for freaking sure. I've had many attacks that seem to last months at a time. Oh, it's pure torture, and I can hopefully describe it in an interesting way. That's okay, I love animals. Eat dinner. Do it. Get rid of the screen. I mean, there can be screen harmony, and I have a very difficult time finding it myself. But the screen harmony is that I'm sitting in front of a screen right now. And you have a super great day, afternoon, evening, morning. Whatever time of day it is for you, I hope it's awesome. Yes. I want to do this in a large setting, in a wonderfully acoustically developed space. Specifically, I think it's called the Kimmel Center in Philadelphia. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Have great dreams. Wake up with good thoughts. That is all I ask. This performance center is mostly wood on the inside, and it is 6 stories tall, hollow in the center, except for like some rings on the outside of seating. So it's pretty tall, and you sort of look down on people on the floor. It's designed to look like an ear from above. And acoustically, if you put something in the right spot with the right microphones and the right speaker system, this guitar could fill up that entire space fairly easily, because I wouldn't be banging ever. So the sensitivity of the microphones and my signal could make a very clear guitar sound inside this giant ear. And for me, I've been hearing it for years now, and it drives me crazy that I've never gotten to experience it for real. And that is the weight that I'm carrying on my shoulders, is that I so desperately want to play my instruments in a large space, even if no one is there. Even if I just come sound check for bands on tour and I just get on stage and plug in. All I want to do is be on stage with a wonderful sound system, a wonderful microphone, a loop pedal, spaces for musicians to join me on stage, so I get to run the best experiments in the world on them. I play my songs and I ask them to do solos over my songs, and these guitarists would find it like child's play. I just tell them to solo in F, and I will do some tweaking and throw-ins, cut-ins, some variations. But I will agree, at the end of the solo, I will come back with more energy while the guitar gets more energy. And the guitar is doing something like Da 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 da. Tone deaf. I would be willing to bet you could hear the difference between a major chord and a minor chord. Do you think this is a major chord? I bet you do think it's a major chord because it sounds warm, right? Think of the harmony I'm trying to describe in the guitar strings. It's very important because when I play the strings, I feel the strings through the guitar in my body. So that's major, and minor sounds colder. Yes, exactly. This sounds cold and sad, but you can put any lyrics to it. They can be sad lyrics, they can be happy lyrics, but ultimately the feeling is sad and dark. Sad and dark. But you can go back to major and sing sad and dark, sad and dark, sad and dark, sad. Ooh. So maybe you think of yourself as tone deaf, but I think I can prove that's not entirely true. Maybe you haven't had someone help you find a note because you're afraid maybe they will laugh at you, maybe they will laugh at you. But I promise you it's impossible for me to laugh when I'm concentrating on something important. And I would love to teach people how to find a note. And I would love them to assemble in a large auditorium and sing together and hold a note together. Hold a note together. Just one note. Thank you so very much, Koharu Snipe. Have a nice dream, have a nice stream. That could be a cool play on words. Or maybe it's a sign that time just inevitably turns into liquid whenever I play guitar, and it disappears, and I forget everything I just did. But that's okay, because I have so much time on my hands. Or maybe I'll die tomorrow. In which case, maybe I should play really well, so hopefully people listen to my songs again. Hopefully people hear my message and they like it and they begin again. I hope, yes I hope we can find a way to be our idealist self, our collective awesome self. But I don't want to sound like some cheesy self-help person. I am not somebody who ignores reality, even though I think everyone thinks they have a grasp on reality. It is clear that maybe we all disagree, and maybe it's our time to find our common side. Maybe we start now, and maybe we'll make it through somehow. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up here in a little bit. Thank you guys so very much. I really appreciate it. I can't believe I'm broadcasting to over 1,000 people right now. That's okay. What I do alone is what I would do with thousands, which is just play the songs I love and try to play them in a way that people would want to listen again. But I don't know the formula for making money with music. I'm not very slick. I'm definitely not a very good business person. I barely even remember basic math. But I know I'm broke and I'm pissed about that. Maybe I will find a miracle in the darkness. Maybe I am due for a major change in my life. I just don't know how it will go. Will I think it's all a lie? What will I do when my dreams come true? I know I won't tear out my eyes. I know I will. Every time I wait for you, Alright, I'm gonna call it quits. Thank you so much for watching, for listening. I'm gonna play one more and then off to dreamland for me. I'll have a glass of water. I'll watch a stupid funny video. Michael, how are you? And then I'll have good dreams, and I'll wake up and I'll probably make French toast tomorrow. I love French toast with syrup and butter. Sometimes I'll make sausage and bacon. Sometimes I'll make a whole pot of coffee. Someday I know I will break out of this pattern. I will experience something brand new. I've been living in a cocoon, doing the same thing over and over. That's okay, it's time to change. And it's only a matter of time for the end of the line. And it's only a matter of time. It's the little things you regret. Just remember you're not done yet. And I am the wind, you are the trees. Rock me gently in my ocean breeze. And it's only a matter of time before the end of the line. And it's only a matter of time before the end of the line. Here I go again, all my secrets laid bare. Oh, here I go again. It ain't fair, it ain't fair. You are the wind, I am the trees. Rock me gently in the ocean breeze. Ooh, and it's only a matter of time before the end of the line. And it's only a matter of time before the end of the line. Oh, the sun will rise on the last of your mornings. Oh, the sun will rise long after you're gone. You hear, you breathe the air, but I know it's not fair. I wanna live forever, and I wanna give you the world, and I wanna set you free. All right, thank you so very much. Have a great night. Have good dreams. Wake up thinking good things. Thank you very much for watching and all your love and support. This is only the beginning. Lots more to come. I'm going to be streaming every night for a while. I'm going to be streaming every night as much as I can. If I can't stream, I feel kind of sad. And I know that's not a good thing to do, but at the same time, I need to prove that I'm a lunatic. The best kind of lunatic, all right? Thank you so much. I love you, and I hope to see you all soon. You guys rock.